that looks over Eskies. This guy right here is going to play this part of the hill. So that way this guy can look at either one of these areas. You're going to have a guy that likes to sit here on globe. And then this guy should probably sit back here or sit back building. Because I know my team, we like to come Eskies and look that way. We like to go here, look globe. I sit up here and I try to kill this kid when he's coming this way. And then
You're on
our
top
other
of the
guy,
bus?
yeah, I'm on top of the bus. So what I do is I'll spawn.
Mm-hmm. Go back bank.
I'll run here and go here, hop up, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I use a strat, and it sounds retarded, but I put a 3x scope on my Krig, and normally they sit up here, or they just run in right here, and I have a free line of sight, and I gun them. So normally nobody ever gets here against my team, but for this instance, we'll just say, they did. Normally I go here, and this is kind of like the setup. The thing is, for this hill, for P1, you either spawn, hello? Can I draw? Thank you. For P1, this is a spawn, that's a spawn, and that is a spawn. That's it. Those are your 3 spawns. That's it. That's all you need to worry about. If you get kills here, you get kills here, or you get kills here, this line of the map, they will still spawn here. But you change this line here and get kills over here, your team takes this X. Your team takes this spawn. And they spawn here. So if you get a kill on this guy in the heady, you get a kill on the guy coming downstairs, you get a kill on a guy coming out up here, it don't matter. That guy's gonna spawn here and he's gonna be here off spawn to get you. He might see anywhere this area in general. But the thing is, if you push up with a 2-man squad up here, and you get a kill crossing this line of the street, this is canceled. See you later. You're spawning out. When it comes to P2 hill, this is what I was trying to tell you earlier. When you're gonna have your teammates sit here like this, behind the tree. You're gonna have this kid play around in apartments, and then you're gonna have this kid sit here. This is what your ideal setup should be. So that way, normally what's gonna happen is they'll get street spawns. With this setup, with this setup, this guy is blocking your street spawn. So for P2 hill, you're gonna have this spawn. Turn this shit off. You're gonna have P2 hill there, and the other spawn's here, and then the other spawn's here. Like I told you.
Mm-hmm.
This map's is fucking huge, and you still only got 3 spawn systems. That's fucking whack. So normally they're gonna flood out this way. This kid's gonna always normally pick off a couple guys there. They'll probably try to come from mid, and this guy will save 2's back. This guy will always cover this area. He'll never let his teammates and he'll die. This guy will always cover this guy. If he dies, this guy picks up this. Since these guys haven't pushed through, this guy's gonna spawn here. This guy will then pick up the street flank. Let this guy sit behind this wall that's right here.
Mm-hmm.
And to not get killed from these guys still, but be able to watch that. So that's your ideal setup. The thing is, it's crazy because if this guy dies, this guy still holds your spawns. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed, normally when you get this guy dies, you could get lucky and maybe get this guy killed. If you ever do what I just did,
Yeah.
you get those kills there, book your happy ass right here. Hello, we're coming off spawn. Free kills. No one's expecting this. Because this spawn can only get broken if you get a guy, if this line is broken. It's fucking dumb, but actually sorry. So you can go here, go prone behind this pillar, look that way. This guy should normally come up here and look there, and then you should, in my opinion, when this guy comes out, this is the guy that like sits in hill and watches top window. Maybe he watches over here with his teammate. But when you get those when this guy right here hopefully gets a couple kills, hop out, push through, shit like that. But that depends on if like how much time's left on the hill. Now let's say your your team is at P2 hill and you guys got the hill, okay? And we're sitting here with 20 something seconds left on the hill. You wanna these guys are probably gonna like, Tate like 20 something seconds left. Hop out the window. You go he can go mid, that's fine. This guy push out, this guy push out, this guy push out. You want your ARs to try to get a kill on one of these guys before your teammate dies. Your AR, go here, pre-aim this angle. This guy, go here, pre-aim this angle from the heady, and like you want to play like that. Any kill you get here, until there is 5 seconds left, they will spawn here. They will spawn there. That's it. That's simple as that. Because this spawn's blocked. This spawn's blocked by this guy, and that spawn's blocked. The thing is also this spawn's not. This spawn doesn't need to be blocked if you're not blocking this one. So basically, what it will be is because like when they're attacking, they're gonna always spawn up here if you're down here. So you always want to have like a guy mid roaming because you don't want them to still get like a street spawn for that hill and go. But majority of the time they will spawn back there. But the thing is, what I like to do, and this kind of sounds retarded, and I don't know if some people do this. Whenever we rotate, we always make sure our team is back here, playing like back bank.
Yeah.
If our teammate ever dies on the rotation, because me spawning up, I've done this before. I kill myself. Next thing you know, I'm back here.
Weird.
Because these guys are getting their kills like still up here. These guys aren't fucking up here getting these kills. They're back here getting these kills in 2 seconds. They might like get here. They might get into the hill, but when this hill pops, you need to. I would say this is the line for this hill for the spawns. And I might say like right here, or I might say in this building in general. We'll just fucking go with this building in general because I think it's that building in general. So you will spawn here until that's broke, until like that spot's broken,
Mm-hmm.
which is why like on rotations, it's kind of okay to play aggressive, but like you also, my job, like either my job or the main AR's job, is I sit back here and I just watch this right here because these guys, this line of sight, I can't see me. So what we'll do is a guy will sit prone in hill, one will watch mid.
Yeah.
No one ever goes straight after the first initial push, which I don't know why. But after the first initial push, they don't like you can play up here. You can play aggressive as you want. The spawns that I know of here, I don't think there's a mid spawn. I think it's like street or some shit.
Wait,
and then
which hill is this rotating from?
P3. So
Okay, I know
like,
during P3 I have spawned P1 though.
Yeah.
100%.
So, okay, you have. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's why I was thinking. I was thinking there is one. So basically, this hill has like 4 kind of. I know I've gotten like a street spawn kind of like somewhere in here, but like you can play aggressive on every single hill in this game. It's not a problem. Now the spawn that a lot of people don't know about is on P4. It's this spawn or that spawn. That is it. But I play tank. You have a guy sitting like small window back on the eddy or behind the car. If you have a teammate that like flanks through mid
Mm-hmm.
and gets in this area, anywhere here, and your teammate out. This is alternate spawn. So what you do is when this guy right here gets those kills and you turn around and you look and you see them not spawning back street, this guy should immediately go look at the window. You should have your other player like watch mid because they could push through mid.
Mhm.
But this guy right here should I should give up the back spawns and pick
Yeah.
up the hill. This
And then
guy
he
should
bumps
go
up. Yeah.
here and go there. And it's just a giant rotation thing. It's like when you learn that and you're playing the game and you experience that like yourself firsthand, you learn that like holy shit, this is fucking easy. Like it's so easy to know that shit.
Where'd you learn all this shit from?
Playing the game, non fucking stop. Because there was one time I was playing. I even remember it when I learned it. I flanked. I flanked through mid here. I killed like a couple guys here, and then I kept coming up and I saw no one. I'm like, where the fuck are they at? I'm like, yo, hey, they're spawning back bank. My teammate and Buzz turned around and he's like, dude, there's no one fucking here. Next thing you know, I think it was my teammate was mid or I think he was big window. This motherfucker's got 4 motherfuckers running out of here. And so I watched it back and realized, okay, you know, the alternate spawn must be somewhere over here. The thing is, then I kept playing the game. And then you realize you guys might have had it. Have you guys ever spawned P2?
I mostly just spawn street. Like if we're
You're-
talking P4, I mostly
Yeah.
like because sometimes I get like the split spawns out of nowhere. Like we'll be spawning bank. Like we'll have spawns back bank. One guy will push through mid, and then they'll like spawn one or two of us back street.
Yeah, because that means that this guy Bus gave this up. This guy hit a flank right here, and the thing is, like being in this area back here, you're blocking the bank spawns. That's blocking that. When you get split spawns for this hill, that's because this guy left that, and these guys are too far up. If your team is too far up, the thing is like, you can block a spawn, but a spawn's not unblockable. Basically, you could still make these fuckers. You can't just start getting to the point where you're sitting here, you know, and fucking doing this and just absolute fucking spawn trap. That's not a thing. They're gonna spawn. They're gonna start spawn back here. So I learned it from. I looked back at the VOD and was like, okay, you know, where the fuck are they spawning? Then I realized, you know, I played a game and I spawned here. I run up. Next thing you know, I'm fucking getting spawn trapped. Or like I spawn up there and I come here and I see an enemy running here, but then I see my teammates fighting people from the back. So I'm like, that's fucking weird. Looked into it more, watched a podcast in one of the leagues that we were playing, and learned that, you know, that's how that fucking works. That's how you do that. And playing the game over and over and over again, you play the same map over and over again, you learn that, like, you know, okay, for P2, I have my teammates here and stuff like that. You can learn the boundary. You know, can I move player number 4 out of apartment and maybe play checkers? Can I maybe move him to double stack hill and someone push out into yellow? You know, can we do that? But someone pushing out deep into yellow and these two playing hill, I've seen it a couple times where they spawn back here. But majority of the time they'll come street. And you just adapt your team to that, but I think that's the fucking worst spot because you're giving up your mid. This guy's not in apartments, they can come apartment door. Your guy up here is worrying about people on the street. It's better for, in my opinion, to do a person in library. I mean, a person in library, person top building, stuff like that. That's the best setup in my opinion.
Mhm.
And in every single game, that's what you do when it comes to.
I feel like it's hard to find 4 people with that much discipline, though. You know what I mean?
And that is 100% fucking correct. And the thing is, it's not even hard to. It's hard to find people with that type of discipline. But the thing, you know, what's much harder? Finding 4 people that actually fucking understand that.
Oh yeah.
It's
Like
not
even
even,
like
yeah,
during
it's not even,
time crunches and stuff. Like
Yeah.
when shit hits the fan, like keep composure, still do the setups.
yeah, and people lose composure, lose calm, shit like that. For P2 hill, top bridge, and a guy here, you play it like this: 2 top bridge, 1 in hill. This guy here, This guy in hill looks outer.
Mm-hmm.
They are spawning here. They're never gonna spawn anywhere else. That's it. That's the only spawn. Because for this hill, you have this spawn, that spawn, that spawn.
See, what I would normally do is I would sit tires and not P1 tank, and it's because I sat tires, or no, those little barrels to the right, or right of tank, to the right. No, right.
Right? Of
It's
tank.
like,
Oh, tires.
yeah.
Yeah, that's tires. Those are tires, yeah.
I feel like for me, like the teams that I've been on, we've had like 4 players with super good fucking gun skill, but fat ass egos, and I don't
That's
know.
all it is. That's
Everyone's
all it
like,
is.
if they play the game properly, oh,
Dude, there'd be a lot of people in the COD scene that could be very good if egos got dropped, attitudes got dropped,
Yeah.
and didn't worry about stats.
exactly, bro.
Anyways,
So,
what were
like,
you saying about this one?
so for this hill, these are the ideal. This is the ideal thing for you and your team to do. This setup. I look down this way. That's my line of sight. This guy plays an off angle on bridge. This guy looks out the window. This guy calls out he needs help. This guy looks. Those guys kind of play it together. This guy looks at the cross right here. Hey, they're ice. Look out the window. Pick anybody off over here.
Hmm.
I can see if I can call out, like, you know, if I see guys on this side, if I see anybody on this side of this container, then I can call out, you know, hey, they're coming close. Run out the back door. Hop up top right here. Look down and close. This guy is looking near far. I'm looking here. I can see anybody on the heady over here. I can see down here too. So this guy won't really die unless there's like an AR fucking being a little bitch perched up with a fucking sniper scope, like being a weirdo, not helping his team push. So you always got that close push, shit like that. The one thing that I was telling you earlier was if your team is still spawning low, if your team is still spawning back here,
Mm-hmm.
you got a guy in hill, got a guy top ridge, you got no one over here. That's where these spawns start coming in, because you need to block these spawns off by, I think it's what I kind of experience. It's kind of like here. You need to be somewhere past this
Okay,
line.
so where are they spawning? Like, where is your team spawning if they're
So,
spawning back
and this,
P4?
yep. So this is the other thing I told you on P2 hill. This is your imaginary line
Mm-hmm.
that if they get across, you won't spawn here. This spawn is gone. But normally, if you guys are playing, like, you know, you guys are playing the hill, and I spawn here, that is an immediate, like, hey, they're coming fucking P1, because it's parallel. Parallel. You only get this spawn if you're getting this spawn. That's it. Parallel spawns. You can't spawn here and go there because that's not a parallel spawn. So there's no way you'd get the same spawns at the same time. If you do, it's because this guy spawned up here before you spawned here. That's it. So there's no way you're gonna spawn here. Your team's gonna be set up kind of like this, and these guys are gonna start fucking running off the ice mountain. No way. Nope. Normally, if you play the game and you spawn up right here, I bet you $20. You take a nice little run right over here. You're looking at 2 or 3 guys coming this way. And normally, when you spawn here, you want to try to get your teammate in this corner right here, and then you want to try to get to these back boxes, or you want to try to hop up top sandbags. Watch the back push. This guy is going to come inside the hill, and he's going to go on top of the boxes, and he's going to watch his ice, just in case if a guy wants to run down the middle. This guy top bridge is going to still watch top because they could come through up top, which is what some teams should do. But if not, this guy's going to look up there. This guy dies. He's going to replace that guy from top, and you're just going to have to fucking gamble. This is going to be gone. That no one's coming there. If you die, that's unfortunate. But if you don't, you know, that's the thing. So, imaginary line, if you're spawning back here, that's because they haven't crossed this area yet. That's why you got that. These enemies haven't pushed up, so you don't need to worry about, like, you know, This is one of the things where when you come off spawn, you don't need to worry about like, oh my god, I'm gonna get fucking spawn trapped. The only thing you gotta worry about really is, yeah, kind of a spawn trap, a guy fucking sitting here
Yeah,
on top of the green crate. But other
every
than that,
time. Yeah.
yep. Other than that, you're able to run forward. You're able to run around the map, shit like that, because you don't gotta worry about fucking some fucking 17-year-old crack kid going slide cancel, bang, got you off spawn, some type of bullshit. Like no, these spawns are what I call safe spawn. Those are spawns okay to get. Like, you ever notice that when you spawn there and you get spawn trapped here, it's because the enemy team is already spawning here with like
Mhm.
15, 20 seconds left, and they're rotating for P3. That's because no one's crossed this line because they're all trying to play for new. You're gonna spawn there every single time. That's why you always spawn there. That's why you always spawn in this vicinity, because that's what's happening. No one's pushed across to try to attack this hill. You're not gonna spawn out. It's and it's super good.
So if you're trying to hold safe, like your P1 right now, you have good side. You're trying to hold spawns for
You're
P2.
spawning, so you're spawning good. You're trying
Mhm.
to hold spawns for P2. So basically, like, what are you saying? Like P1's still up?
P1 is still up. P1 just started. Say like a
So,
a
okay,
break
so
for P1. You have good side.
okay, so we're good side. So you're gonna have a guy go top bridge. That's your
Mhm.
ideal. He plays like an off angle top bridge. You're gonna have a guy go on the close barrel. I know some teams do, but it's kind of, some teams do 2-2, some teams do 3-1 with like ARs and subs. Normally, you'd have a guy slide in right there, look your inner, top sandbags or top tire, either
Right.
one of those, top sandbags or tire. Um, what we do as a team is I go tire, watch outer, the two subs slide bridge here together, and they look inner. Kill anybody that's there. This guy's top
Mhm.
bridge, worrying about it, shit like that. The thing is now, this is your spawn system, that's your spawn system, that is your spawn system. Look familiar? Yes. It's the same spawn system. You're never going to spawn back here. You're always going to spawn back here if you're blue team. If um if no one's crossed this imaginary line. Imaginary line of spawn systems down the middle of the map. When a guy gets over here, you're not going to spawn there, you're going to spawn here.
Mhm.
You want to know why? Parallel.
Yeah.
Parallel spawn.
Okay.
Have you guys ever noticed that you spawn up right here? Like, when you spawn up there and your teammates get kills, if you run here like this, you'll see the enemy team running forward.
Yep.
You'll see that. Yeah, you'll see
Every
them.
time. Yeah. Every single
Yeah,
time.
that has happened to me before.
Yep, because that is a spawn. That's actually a fucking thing. If you're spawning back here in this area alone, you will spawn here. If you ever spawn right there, you know that the enemy team all behind the middle line. If you spawn here, you know it's because there's an enemy player in this area. That's how that works. If you spawn here, you know there's an enemy player in this area. That's this game, and that are these spawns. It's kind of weird, but it's a lot different than Modern Warfare, and that's why people say the words MW kids suck now, because they slide cancel, they don't know spawns, they're fucking washed dog shit, because Modern Warfare was a game that people think players were still easy to be at, easily be good at. In my opinion, the difference between good players in Modern Warfare to bad players, simply more than just gun skill, it's learning spawns, learning good spots to sit at, learning where to be and how to rotate. That's the difference between kids like that. The kids that sit there on an MW and just think they were good because they were able to shoot, those are the kids that in this game suck now. Because this game's not about slide canceling out in the open and killing people. It's about getting on fucking, it sounds retarded, but getting on good head glitches.
Power positions.
Yeah, power positions. It's more power positions in this game. You can't use a fucking MP5 and gun a guy top fucking St. Petrograd bar. Okay? This isn't fucking, yeah, this is not some MP5 Mert 4 grip, no stock, no accuracy, recoil, nothing like that. It's not that in this game. It requires you to get on power positions and have good gun skill to get them off of it. So that yeah, if you ever spawn here, I throw a stun. That's what I do. When I'm here, I throw a stun over here because I always want to know if there's been a couple times where I spawn here and no one's here, but that's because he's already over here. He's
Mhm.
already over
You already
this
ran
area.
up. Yeah.
Yep. So I always do that spawn. There's been times where I'm right here and I see these motherfuckers still cocking
Yeah.
their guns and
Yeah.
spawning there. It's fucking crazy. But
It's normally
that's,
off rotation when that happens, though. For me, at least.
yeah, and that's because you spawned here. That's because you spawned here. They spawned there, but like you have some teammates that are
Mhm.
here, like over in this area, because now you have the spawn. The spawn is getting blocked because they passed the imaginary line. So it's the alternate spawn you have there because that's the parallel spawn away from you. It's it's weird, but that's how it works. P4 hill. Always want to have a guy jump up. This guy, if you sit, like I guess this isn't even the whole hill. The whole hill is more like this. If you don't go anywhere over here, and you have this hill, if you stand up here, this guy tent dies, this guy here dies, and this team gets past that line, they're just gonna spawn behind you. So that's why like this guy, you always give him a trophy in the hill. You always make him sit here, and you always have him look at that. This guy's got your jump up to make sure no one gets over in this area. And then green box works together with tent
Mhm.
to watch outer or to like watch his fire door.
Yeah.
And if one needs help with the guy up here, this guy helps him. And that's your normal setup. You have obviously one spawn, two spawn, three spawn. That's it. That's all you're looking at. You're looking
Yeah.
at three spawns once again. You have a team that's has this type of setup. This guy, majority of the time, will be the one with all the enemies. Because this guy should either be here. Number 4 should either be here, should be in here, or like in fire or top fire. That's where he should be. Those are the 4 areas that that player should be at. This guy should always be over here. This guy should always be in the back part of the hill, and this guy should either be here on this heady, this head over here.
Mhm.
That shit. That's it. This guy is blocking this spawn, so they're never gonna be there. If this guy plays aggressive around here, they're gonna be forced to spawn ice because they don't allow people to spawn right in front of your eye. Thing is, like, people will spawn up, but they'll always spawn up like behind something and then be exposed in the open like immediately because the game doesn't allow people to spawn right in your eye. It happens every now and then, but the majority of the time it won't. So like they're not gonna spawn here. Normally this spawn is like over here in this area. So this guy blocks it because he's so fucking close to it. So they're gonna spawn back here in ice. This guy is gonna have easy pickings with an AR. You can have, um, you can have this guy go top bridge maybe, look out and help get some picks. But majority of the time when I play over here, I never really see people come from P1 unless they make it out of ice and they go up here, and then they come out that door, or they take the fucking time to run their happy ass all. But that's what your setup would want to be for this hill, and there's no reason they should ever spawn behind you. Every map has fucking spawn, like their own type of spawns. P2, bang, 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 and maybe an alternate spawn like under plane or over by plane. That's really it. One of the things is I've been here spawn trapping fuckers that spawn up right here. I see these guys. Checkmate is the only map where guys will literally spawn in front of my site. They will either spawn on number 1 or number 2. That's the only spawn that they can get right there if you actually sit here and your teammate's getting bodied in the front of the hill. If your team can't make it past this line, the enemy team is going to spawn right there in front of your eyes, and you're just going to get your KD and your stats racked. But obviously, it's a team scrim. You're playing as a team. You don't want to just do that. So normally, when you kill those guys and you push up to like right here, they'll stop spawning there.
Mm-hmm.
But for P2, that's your spawn system. When you're looking at P1 hill, I normally go on this heady and watch left lane. You have a guy go open. So basically, this is my team setup for this hill. You go here. You go here and watch alley. Back plane watches the heady. And this guy goes on the desk. And
Yeah,
watches
watches wing. Yeah.
Yep, and he watches like a close slide or anything like that. But this guy is always going to help him because he's always going to be shooting first. So that's your normal setup. This guy dies. I hop off this, go up here, look across, kill anybody crossing till he spawns back up. Back here, he goes back, picks it up over here, goes in vent, looks down the alley, whatever it is. He will normally go do that. Normally he looks back and forth, so that way no one can still go here. He looks at that from here. I will then go back over, pick this up. The spawns right here for P2 hill, around like 10-15 seconds you need to give up this top area, because if you stay here any longer and those guys get kills in the plane or you get a kill long range, they will get a spawn here.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy normally needs to spawn up back up there. I need to back up here, and you just need to block that spawn real quick for the next round.
Where are they
Okay.
spawning?
So they should still be spawning back here because these guys are so far pushed up.
But like when P1's rolling, like it's not 10 to 15 seconds.
So when P1's rolling, they'll either get a spawn back here, like in this area, or they'll get a spawn in this area. That's it. That's your two spawns.
That setup, it seemed like you weren't worried about the left side of the map at all, though.
Yeah, it is, because I'm on the box headies right here.
Yeah.
I'm watching left. I see them come off spawn here. I see them come off the window spawn here. I see them hop up top plane to get top wing there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're mantling right here. You're not going to fucking hit fire me while you're mantling. At me as an AR, I will gun you. You're dead. I'm on a heady. I see these guys come across this barrel heady. I see them come out of the window. I see all that. I see this whole entire part of the map. 2 sees this whole part of the map. And these guys just play close range engagements together as a team on that hill. That's it. That's P1.
Right.
Simple. When you're bad side for this hill, you're going to spawn here, you're going to spawn there. And the thing is, when you're bad side for P1 hill and checkmate, please, and I cannot stress this enough, please, never play for kills on P1 to get time. This guy goes in the close part of the hill and contests. He might have another teammate with him, but the other two guys need to work the right. You either sit here, you both peek this guy on the heady at the same time, bang, bang, you get that kill, you push up, you go to the right. When you go around this corner, right here, as a team, when you guys get here, you need to look for this heady. You need to look for that part. You need to look for that part of the open tube. Boom. You get around the corner, you look here, you look 2020, which is the top plane wing first. So you pre-aim that. You pre-aim open tube. Then you pre-aim bottom area. And then you pre-aim this truck heady. And then you slide across. Any kills you get on enemies will make them spawn here. They will have this spawn. So you then rotate with your teammate in the back. Or if you're by yourself, you rotate to the back. When you get to this doorway, you peek there. You peek there. Slide across. Peek here. Peek there. And then you literally just play your fucking life and never die.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Because at that point, when you get there, you tell these guys to push. If they haven't died or anything like that yet. Because when they push, they either die, they'll spawn up back here majority of the time. Because you're getting kills back here if you're staying alive that long. Those guys are going to be worried about you 100%. The kills you get will allow these guys to either pick up the time. So you did a good job at taking away 2 enemies. And then allow your team to, when they spawn up, to push up, push through, shit like that. And then make those guys spawn out. That's normally how you want to play that. I see a lot of teams spawning up back here and just running here getting into pinches here on on this hill, stuff like that. Good teams will normally have that watched, but if you're able to get by, then don't sit here and go, oh well, fucking happy I told you I was able to get by. Fuck you. Like you're able to sometimes, but good teams will normally be watching that or come off spawn and watch it. Because if you're up here and you get a kill, this guy's gonna spawn here. If you don't have anything over here, that's how that's gonna work. That's how you play that, and that's how you do that for P2. A lot of people sit there and go, "Yo, P3, P4, I need fucking spawns." No, you really don't. P4 is a fucking fuck fest.
It's just P2 and P5, right?
Yeah, P2 and P5, that's it. That's all you want spawns for.
Mm-hmm.
P4 hill is when you want to start working for this side of the map, but it doesn't matter for P3. You can spawn wherever you want, really. For P3, I just sit here because they spawn here and they just run out into the fucking open and let me kill them because they can't, because this area right here is blocked under the plane. So they need to get here to kill my teammates in plane, and I won't let them. Two guys playing hill. This guy looks back this area. This guy looks back this area, or over here. And then you need this map, and you need a teammate top plane. Like you don't have a main AR sitting top plane. You're playing.
Hold on.
Nah,
Whose
bro.
mic is that, bro?
Oh, someone's playing COD. That's fine. But
Really?
you play this hill, you play this map for P1 and P2. You play this map simply for top plane control. The moment you get top plane control, you're winning this game because they can only contest in the open. They can't sit here. They can't sit here for contest. They won't cross your teammate top plane for P4 hill if they have P4. They won't. They won't. There's no way because you're fucking them up basically. You're blocking them crossing this area as top plane control, so your team can see the guys that are in the hill. That's how you play that. That's how you majority of the time would you have two guys, one top plane, maybe one bottom or two top. This guy sits on the wing and watches that side. This guy watches the top plane push to make sure his teammates don't get flanked. You have one dude hop in the contest spot and hill, one dude watch over him. That's kind of like your setup, 15 to 20 seconds. What I see a lot of teams doing, rotating over to broken and trying to set up for that P5 hill. So it's always a free entry to kind of get back here in this area. Yeah, what I do to stay alive is I get up top tower and I just stay up there. My team works the front. If I can't get my team to spawn back here, down, and I kill the guy broken every single time. Kill the guy broken, boom, spawns broke. My team spawns back here because the enemy team is normally like top plane back here or whatever. You kill this guy, next thing you know, it leaves this area for your team to get the spawns back in this area. And that's how you play, like that's basically how you play checkmate. But yeah, P5 hill spawns here. I think there's a couple spawns there maybe, but majority of the time if you get a guy top plane, he spawns here or the spawns are over there. It's so far in this map. You'll never get like a close plane spawn. It's either all the way deep back in this bitch, deep back there, or over there. And that's P5, those are your spawns. P4, spawns here, spawns here. You might get one like here, maybe one here, but I really have only spawned up back in this fucking shithole alley. Ooh, if you spawn here, or you push through and get here, I know there's been a couple times where enemy teams will spawn here and run out into the open, and you kill them. So I know that's a spawn. But like, the spawns are very simple in this fucking game. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we had a match. I thought